Hello everybody, welcome to the 1995 Real Grid season. We have Damon Hill on pole from Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, and then the Ferraris, and away they go, but the Ferraris are not away, and well, Berger might have been, but he got hit, and Häkkinen up in the air, and Lacey stalled on the grid, I believe, and Schumacher having a go at Damon Hill into turn 1 out of turn 2, but he gets a little bit of slide, having to go a little bit onto the wetter part of the track, and that is Schumacher having to accept second place for now at least. And it is already a reenactment of the 1994 championship. Katayama up in the 5th place already. He did have a couple of strong points finishes last year, and Blundell, in spite of getting tangled with those Ferraris at the start, is still in the race, and he's in 6th place, so able to challenge for a point. Now, here is a replay. Oh, they both stalled, both Lacey and Berger both stalled, so a complete block of the track. Häkkinen, unfortunately, he was the closest there, no time to react. Certainly not Mika Häkkinen's fault. Schumacher applying the pressure to Damon Hill here, and Michael certainly wants to try to get through into that lead because he is the world champion and he wants to start his title defence with a win, but Damon Hill will be determined to strike back. And here's Blundell, he is in 6th place, attacking Katayama for 5th, but running a little bit wide, and Panis trying to have a look, but Blundell realises his mistake and comes back across to cut it off. Here goes Schumacher trying to defend from Coulthard, but actually attacks Damon Hill, and Michael Schumacher is going into the lead. Here comes Blundell on Katayama. Is he going to go in the 5th place? Yes, he is. Well, I wonder what Nigel Mansell is thinking. He's had to vacate that cockpit for a couple of races, and Blundell is scoring points with that car, and also what Mika Häkkinen's thinking, because he will feel confident that he could be doing better than Blundell. So, yeah, a bit of disappointment at Team McLaren, but here's Katayama and Panis going straight past Katayama. A little bit of a slide, actually, almost to contact. Panis taking a brave step, bit too wet offline, to be honest, although eddieirvine doesn't appear to be having any issues with it, does he? Straight up into 7th place, and Irvine is on the hunt, and Blundell in 5th, Panis 6th, Irvine 7th, Katayama down to 8th. This is like the second race in this race. The first race is the top 3, and I think Herbert is on his own in 4th, realistically. But Blundell in 5th place, running well, running solidly. And there's Schumacher. Hill trying to come back at him. Damon will not be happy. He was beaten by Schumacher in the championship last year in obviously controversial circumstances at Adelaide. Damon wants to fight back here and get the result. But Michael Schumacher, he is certainly going to have a massive, massive say in whether that actually happens. And I'm sure Michael's say will be no. So Schumacher continues to lead. Damon and David Coulthard right with them still, so if those two were to tangle, DC could yet pinch the lead of this Grand Prix, but we know what the AI are like with pit stops in wet races, and it is starting to dry. Will anybody pit? We haven't heard anything. Hill having a look at Michael, but Michael is, can he fend it off? I think so, I think he does. And yet Schumacher holding on to the lead, that looks promising for him. Coulthard now attacking Hill, he wants his chance to be allowed to go at Michael Schumacher, but it's Damon who pulls out and is going to attack down into turn 1, and Hill has a bit of a run here. Michael Schumacher might find this difficult to hold off. Damon Hill going for it. Is Schumacher going to be able to defend? No, Hill gets through, and Damon Hill back into the lead. An absolute joy for Damon Hill, because he has done that well, and Schumacher compromised, and now Schumacher under pressure from Coulthard. The pace appears to have dropped off for the Benetton. Maybe he has used up his tyres, but whatever, Damon Hill leads the race, and Michael Schumacher is now fighting a rearguard action. Here is a replay of olivierpanis chasing Mark Blundell. And what is going to happen here? Blundell still holding on to that 5th place, but Panis, he wants to have a look. He's looking pretty pacey, and Irvine behind is keeping up with him as well. Panis going for the move, and this is one of the favoured overtaking spots on the circuit, and Panis uses it to his advantage and cuts into 5th place. So Panis and Ligier running very, very well indeed. And now Irvine has also passed Blundell. We didn't see that on camera or on the replay, but Irvine has ahead of Blundell and into 6th and challenging Panis for 5th place. And Irvine trying to, he's staying with him. And I think eddieirvine, this is a really bad place to put a camera, but Irvine, is he going to do it? Yes, he sweeps around the outside of the Ligier and up in a 5th place. And Schumacher challenging Damon Hill. This is the last corner, and Michael Schumacher is back into the lead. Wow. Well, this is a great race. I know when my throat is getting sore that we have witnessed a fantastic motor race, and my throat is certainly sore at the end of this one. Michael Schumacher leading, and he is going to win the Brazilian Grand Prix despite a very tough tussle with Damon Hill, who finishes 2nd, David Coulthard in 3rd, what a great race, what a great start to the year. And we're going to see some replays that we missed. This is Irvine to start with, coming past markblundell and into 6th place. At least I believe he's coming past. Blundell putting up that battle, but Eddie Irvine fights his way through, and really Irvine has shown just how combative he is prepared to be, and he's shown just how well he is driving here as well, because yeah, absolutely fantastic. They're driving for Eddie Irvine, and here is where he swept around the outside of olivierpanis, and considering the incident he had here last year, it shows how much maturity has been gained by the last year of driving. Irvine doing a fantastic job and up in a 5th place. And now this is the reenactment of Michael Schumacher passing Damon Hill. We get to see it from more of an angle here, and Michael goes past Damon Hill, dropping in a 2nd, and Michael Schumacher winning the race. Well, that is then the championship will obviously be as they finish. Schumacher, Hill, Coulthard, and then Herbert, Irvine and Blundell did repass Panis for 6th, but we didn't get that on camera. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Subscribing is free and really helps the channel out. Take care.